All right, everyone. Welcome back to Lake City Variety.
Lake
We're excited to be back.
City.
We finally got a full crew after, what, like a month or something like that?
Yep.
By full crew, I mean Bruno's back.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back, Bruno. We had a little issue with recording schedules and things like that. A lot of events have been going on that we'll get into in later episodes down the line here. But to make up the lack of a bonus for the next couple weeks, we are going to do another Candlekeep one-shot adventure, split into a couple parts, but this will be part one. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. We are really excited to get into this.
Really looking forward to it. Yeah, like Paul said, my name is Bruno. I'll be DMing this evening. And Paul, are we ready to just
get going into it, man.
Jump into it? Yeah.
Jump in.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Well, our adventurers are here at Candlekeep, one of the most wonderful
It's on top of the chart.
libraries that the Forgotten Realms has ever known. It's on a peninsula overlooking the ocean with beautiful cliffs surrounding it. It's a bright, sunny day here in Candlekeep, and our adventurers. Let's have. I'll keep going. You're just gonna mess around.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. We'll start off by introducing Levi and Paul's characters as we wait for Eliot to step in a moment.
My character's name is Calatus Singletrap. She's a female human.
What's single trap supposed to mean?
It's
She
a
only has one
random.
trap.
It's literally a random last name.
Okay.
It's all a random name. You
Yeah,
can.
sure.
She's generally called Callie. She's a light domain cleric and spent most of, a few of the previous years on the battlefield as a medic.
I'm playing Elris, a 1T pureblood hexblade warlock. Elris left his homeland after having been experimented on a lot for years, finally breaking out. But during all of that time when he was being subjected to these dark curses and things like that, he had awoken a link between a Yilqua and himself. And I am on the run, but trying to learn more about what I have become and how to correct it.
That's great. Thank you.
I'm not all dark and angsty, though.
He's very.
I
dark
have
and
a bright
angsty.
side.
Is that how you talk?
No.
I would not have a bright
I'm
side
a gnome
about
that was turned into a 1T.
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
Nice.
The sun will shine again.
Eliot, I will have you hold off on introducing your character.
Sounds good.
For just a minute. Callie and Elris are both from the same city. They came to Candlekeep originally on orders from the town that they hail from, which was Nevermope.
Mhm.
And
No one's ever sad and never
no one's ever sad in Nevermope.
No one
except
is.
for
Except for when we
recently,
are.
They're very sad because they are run out of food and water and
Help, we are to starve.
exactly. And the town believes that there has been a curse laid upon the town of Nevermope, and these two semi-young adventurers.
Turning the town
Wow.
into always dope.
That's the goal. That's the dream. Melinda Mope, the town mayor, has sent you on this mission to Candlekeep, and you've been doing some studying here. It's been probably a few weeks since you've been in Candlekeep doing some research and looking around, finding not just some answers to your quest to help your village, but also many other interesting findings as well, including an extra-dimensional mansion
Mhm.
and being sent on a quest to find out about some books that were transformed into monsters. That happened no more than a few days ago.
It was very startling.
And
For our viewers, no, you did not miss a D&D special.
yes, this is
We do this for fun as well.
yes, this is just a follow-up and a continuation of where these characters have been so far. But here in Candlekeep, they are currently at the hearth, eating a fantastic meal. One of the best meals they've ever had, because the food here in Candlekeep is, some may say, magical. And
It's the best raw prime rib I've ever had.
Sure seems to me, anyways.
exactly. At an affordable price, and this room is very, very large, has several doors going off the outshoot, but on the outside, it just looks like a plain one-story lodge, 50 feet long by 30 feet wide, rectangle. But as you enter it, it opens into a two-story lofted building where there's many people eating, drinking, laughing, discussing the interesting works that they have read and learned, and talking about quests and things that they've been on. And Callie and Elris are sitting at a table discussing their latest works. You learn anything so far?
Well,
I don't know.
we
I've
haven't
had
really
a few
found
dead ends
anything on
already.
those curses yet. But
It's just been hard since the guy literally died.
yeah, since I
Yeah.
can't even remember his name.
His
It's
name
been-
was Mastress. Mastress.
I can't even remember
was-
his name because he was so inconsequential and died so quickly that it really didn't matter, did it?
Was just terribly unfortunate.
Yes. Well, hopefully we can find some more answers to this curse question. And as you're sitting around the table and eating, the member of the Avowed, who you both remember, is just a wonderful help to you guys. Always smiling, positive,
Someone who have tipped at
funny,
least 1,000 gold at this point.
and does not have 1,000 gold at this point, is Fembris. Fembris is a member of the Avowed. The Avowed are the Watchers and the librarians of
The
this
Bookie
great library.
Boys.
The Bookie Boys.
And they shoot a mean fireball, too.
That they can.
Bolt, anyways.
What?
But Fembris.
What the heck? They can shoot firebolt? They have magic?
Oh,
Yeah.
the Avowed have much more than that.
I have the power
Fembris.
of God and anime on my side.
Fembris walks in, but he is accompanied by Eliot. You can introduce your character.
Well, hello there, new friends. I would like to introduce myself. My name is David Solomon, but I'm much more well known as Donkey Dave. Listen,
Donkey Dave!
I seem to find myself in a little bit of a predicament at this moment. I've just recently liquidated my donkey empire to a local glue factory, and I'm now here in Candlekeep.
What are you, a used car salesman?
I'm now here in Candlekeep to find some new business and hopefully research some new markets to invest into.
Please tell me you're wearing one of those the bolo ties and a giant cowboy hat.
Not quite that. I'm a variant human, dressed in fine attire.
Your
carrying
Honor, I'm just a
briefcase.
simple country donkey
I'm
salesman.
just a simple country donkey salesman.
By chance, are you from Bethlehem?
Bethlehem? No, that's a name that I haven't heard in a long time. But yes, I'm familiar with the region, and it is from where I originate.
Okay.
That's fantastic. So Fembris brings in this human to the table, and he introduces himself just like that, verbatim.
So how do you do, ma'am?
Nice to meet you, David
Sir,
Solomon. Mr. Solomon?
I hope you don't mind me asking here, but do you happen to be Wanti?
Excuse me? Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's very nice to meet you. I've worked with many people of your race before. I've traveled this world many a time, selling goods here and there. It's always a pleasure to meet a Wanti.
I'm sorry. What did he say he was?
Wanti.
Yeah.
Is that not supposed to be common knowledge?
It is now.
Well, I thought you're not a person.
It is now. Thank you.
You're not a person.
Okay. I would like to formally apologize.
No, it's okay.
This
It's
information
fine.
was not communicated to me.
It's just now I stand out a little bit, but
Well, I just
and
But only
easier to find.
Only to the four of you.
Awesome. I grabbed the kid, the one that I've been very generous to the whole time.
Fembris?
Yeah, I grabbed Frembus.
How can I help you? He
Tell
smiles.
no one.
Oh, I would never. I'm sworn to help you.
Perfect.
Serve
Thank
you
you.
here.
Now,
Yeah.
Fembris here has brought me.
It's not. And I pull you in to whisper and huddle up a little bit. Listen, I know
Fembris
you're new
leans
here.
in.
Fembris, it's okay. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. You don't have to be. You can be here.
Okay. Well, before
Um,
I leave, I just wanted to mention I did find another book for you guys, and I will grab it for you, and I will bring it over to the Pillars of Pedagogy. And as you remember, that this is the place where everyone goes to study here at the library.
Yeah,
the books on
perfect.
curses.
The books on curses and different types of as it relates to traveling the different planes of existence.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Perfect. Well, we will be meeting you there soon then.
Yeah, sounds great.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Listen, new guy.
Yeah, Dave. Donkey Dave.
Dad.
You can call
Okay,
me.
whatever.
Donkey for short. Dave for even shorter.
Can I ask what a wanty is?
Well, I mean, you could. But I'm surprised you haven't heard of us. We, the Wanti, are kind of like what we would envision is the world's perfect snake. Which is why...
He don't look like a snake at
Yeah,
all.
you're right. That's the point. Snakes are stupid.
They've got no legs, sir.
I would
Yeah,
agree
they
with
don't.
you.
But we're not super common because we're kind of not a man-made race, but a snake-made race.
Snake-made
through
race.
experimentation.
Yeah.
Which is why you ever see a lizard folk ever? One of those giant,
Lizard folk?
terrifying, ferocious monsters.
I have.
From a
Yeah.
distance.
They
That's
make a mean gumbo.
when you turn them into one. Yeah, I assume they taste great and not like mud at all.
You eat sentient races?
Anyway,
Excuse me?
they're kind of like a failed version of what we were. They were supposed to be like us, but they were the failed, monstrous, terrifying, awful things. But when you want to be able to do stuff, some people don't like the Wanti because we're a little
Supremacist.
yeah, that's kind of it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
No. But also when people are looking for one, and there's only one there, they kind of go towards only that one, and especially when people know that there's one here. No one was supposed to know I was here because I don't want them to find me.
Well,
By them, I mean the other Wanti.
your secret's safe with me.
Apparently not with, what was your name? Dickie Dave?
Donkey Dave. Nice
Okay.
to make your acquaintance. Donkey for short, Dave for even shorter.
Perfect.
Um,
I'm going to finish up my slice of prime rib.
Great. Would you like to order anything? This would be your first meal in Candlekeep, so it is on the house.
Well, what is
Donkey
on the
Dave.
menu here?
Pizza rolls.
Order anything.
pizza rolls.
The waiter walks up to your table. There is no menu, and just
Well, how
ask
am I
what
supposed
you
to know
would
what
like to
I'm
eat.
what I can order then? If there is no menu.
Well, what do you like? What's your favorite meal?
Well, that is a great question.
What did your mom make you one time? And then you claim is your favorite, even though you've only ever had it one time.
You say I can get anything, indeed?
Absolutely anything. I've gotten the special every day for the past 2 weeks.
Well, there is one food that I've
The
always
special
wanted
has
to try.
been just a loaf of bread.
Well, it's been different every day. It was fruit a few days ago.
There is one food that I've always wanted to try, and I've always been a little scared to ask for, but if you're saying indeed that I can get anything,
Whatever you like.
It's lizard folk gumbo, isn't
could
it?
I please
Oh,
have a Tarrasque steak?
A Tarrasque steak. Sure. Absolutely. We will be right back. Only the freshest.
Ooh.
It's
It's fresh.
from
Quite
Candlekeep.
amazing.
It's going to take up the whole room.
Amazing indeed.
It doesn't matter how thin you slice it. It's going to take up the whole room.
And anything to drink for you?
It's like a Flintstones-esque platter of just the biggest piece of meat.
Yeah.
Have you not seen a Tarrasque ever?
A potion
huge.
of immortality. If you
I've
have
only seen them in
one,
pictures because I can assure you, if
you
we've
can
ever run into one, we'd
Get
be dead.
those over
Mhm.
in the shop across the way. We
It's
met
on the
at-
house right now, though. Is that correct?
The meal is.
The
sir.
meal is. The drink is not.
The meal will be on me. Or, sorry, the drink will be on me.
Okay. Yes.
As
A
in he's
potion of
spilling a drink on
immortality,
himself.
then.
Nope, that's not.
Sounds perfect.
You said. You
Sounds
said.
perfect.
Nope.
You heard.
Can you
you
bring
heard her
him a
say-
nice porter?
You heard her say. She said anything. Anything I would like to drink.
She walks away into the kitchen and brings you a very. It is bigger than a platter.
Mm-hmm.
It is thicker than. There's so many things to say.
Your
It is-
arm.
Would we like to describe what a Tarrasque is for our audience?
A giant, terrifying lizard
It's-
that lives
it's like
inside the crust
Godzilla.
of the
Yeah.
earth.
It's like Godzilla.
Yeah, and this is fresh. It is smoked and juicy
Well, if it's smoked,
and
it's not so
as
fresh.
big
It's
as
been
the
out there for a
table?
while.
and fresh. And as big as your table, yeah. They slap it down
And it's a fist thick, right? It's a fist, like, pinky to
Oh.
thumb thick.
oh,
or more.
more than that. Yeah.
Like a double fist.
Yeah. But
That's a juicy steak.
and then on a much smaller tray, they bring you a glass with clear liquid in it.
Turn into a baby. Turn into a baby. Turn into a baby.
So I'll take a little slice out of my Tarrasque steak
I hope
first.
he eats one bite and says, "I hate it."
Don't give it away.
this is me talking to Levi.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I take a
To Cali.
take a
Calixus,
slice
Cali.
out of my Tarrasque steak.
I hope he just says it's
Examine it on my fork for a little bit. Take a nice little
I
smell.
mean, I'm going to take a bite.
He's
This
the
thing's
kind
huge.
of guy that would order like the most weird expensive thing and just
now
say
that's
it's
quite
gross.
gamey. I don't think I like this.
I knew it.
Excuse me, madame,
Garçon.
garçon.
The waitress walks over and asks.
I'm gonna take a bite of this Tarrasque steak.
And for the audience's information, this is the best thing that he's ever tasted. It is juicy and it's tender and it
And doesn't
And
taste like it
he
was
is-
living underground for 300 years.
yeah, it's cooked to absolute perfection.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bite.
The
Ma'am.
waitress walks over to you.
Now, when I asked for a Tarrasque steak, I didn't really know what it was going to taste like. I wouldn't even know if you had it. However, I've now found that Tarrasque meat is quite gamey, and my appetite has grown tired of it. Could you bring me out instead some cinnamon rolls?
Yeah,
I'll finish up his steak as long as it's his free meal still.
yeah. I mean, it's his free meal. The cinnamon rolls will cost you, but it is
Okay,
very,
I would not like them anymore.
It
then.
is-
no, thank you.
very modest pricing here at Candlekeep.
You are a
Do you-
used cart dealer, aren't you?
Do you choose to
Like a
drink?
used donkey dealer.
Do you choose to drink the clear liquid in the glass?
Yeah, I'll turn the waitress away and then just like,
And rude to the staff too. What the heck? I'm only talking. I'm whispering to Callie, by the way.
oh, okay. So
Strange character.
I'll take the drink. Is it like corked at the top?
No, it is like probably an 8-inch tall circular glass that's crystal clear. Like you can basically you can see the rim of the glass on the bottom and on the top, but like there doesn't look like there's anything in between. It's so clear except for the liquid hovering.
I'll take a little swirl and a sniff under
You'll
my nose.
waif.
And I'll tilt it back, slam the whole thing.
It's refreshing and it is refreshing and cold and tastes like water.
Oh wow, now that is quite fantastic. Potion of immortality, you said.
You have to drink water to live.
Oh, now that is not what I expected. Now usually I'm the one who tricks people into buying things they don't want, but you indeed have impressed me here.
They smile and bow and walk
I'll
away.
get you back. With this Terrastic as my witness, I will get you back.
The staff are chuckling in the back.
How much of this thing do you think I can get through before I just am done forever?
Like before you explode and die?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Aren't
sure
you a snake? You eat 1 meal a week?
I mean,
you do have
unless
to eat
I'm
a lot of
active,
calories.
which I've been doing stuff, like going through a creepy-ass mansion.
Okay. Well, sir, madame, the young gentleman in the hood has informed me that I'm to assist you two if I am to remain within the confines of this library. So that is
What
what
brought
I
you here in the first place? I
intend to
just,
do.
Curious.
Well, in one of my adventures and circumstances that I found myself in my past, and I was traveling between towns, and I happened upon a stranded scholar. This scholar had nothing more to offer me than some of the books out of his collection.
Sure.
And I had nothing more to offer him but some of the finest donkeys in all the land.
Mm.
Now, he was in some sorry need of transportation, and I was willing to provide it for him for a simple fee. And through that need and necessity, we exchanged goods and products.
Not services.
Not services. Of course, no.
He doesn't do any servicing.
From that scholar, I received one of his finest books, and after I had to liquidate my donkey empire to pay off some long-standing debts, I knew that I could enter the library here in search of some new markets. So I might no longer be Donkey Dave, but I am still Dave.
Well, come.
Excellent.
Let's go find Fembris.
So
Or the book.
So real quick, just going off of what you said here, Dave. Did you mention that you were to assist them in their research?
Yeah.
He did.
Can you roll a deception check?
It's a 10.
Neither of you believe him. At least as far as him assisting you goes.
That he's not here to assist us
He's not here to assist you.
in any way, shape, or form.
Well,
Awesome. I kind of
Dave?
figured that from his demeanor. It sounds like you want to sell us a donkey.
Dave,
Well, like I told you,
Talking to the DM, not you.
thank you for the assistance.
I've yet to assist you.
I know. Shall we go?
Oh,
Fembris
certainly.
comes back into the room and looks at the three of you and says, I'm glad that you're all making such great connections, as he smiles very broadly. The book is ready for you, and I'm here to lead you over to start reading. The three of you are all...
I love a good story.
Yes. The three of you are all united by the fact that Fembris is is your personal member of the Avowed to help you interact and get books here at Candlekeep. That's why Fembris introduced you, was giving you a tour of where you were at, and
okay.
introduced you
Excellent.
to other members other patrons of the library that Fembris was personally taking care of. So you are all part of Fembris's personal patron list.
We are kind of like a study group then, yes?
I guess.
Yes, you can all be studying different things, though, if you so wish.
Well, young lady, what is it that you are studying?
Yes, like us, something like science or things of importance, and you, something like the past.
Well, we're here on mission from our town. Because... Was that directed to me?
No, I was making fun of Eliot for majoring in history.
Well, I don't know how to recover from this. We're recovering.
All right, Fembris is leading you across. Out of
Thank you, Bruno.
My joke wasn't good and it distracted the party. Continuing.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I kind of like the history bit, but
Thank you.
there's
Da, 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 da,
Da-da-da-da.
da, da, da.
you walk out of the hearth and again turn around and notice that the building is significantly smaller than it was on the inside. It's always quite pleasant to stay in the hearth. There's an aura or a feeling of general peace and camaraderie in there. And as you walk across the court of air, it is mid-morning, probably 10 a.m.-ish, as you walk across the court of air.
Mid-morning. I don't even get up until 1. No, I'm kidding.
You see above you, normally it is just seagulls and other types of ocean birds
Squaw!
flying above
Scream!
Candlekeep. But today there is
Oh, there aren't
many more
What was that? Was that Kirby? What the heck was that?
many more ravens above overhead,
Nevermore.
and almost circulating over the building where Fembris is leading you into. There's probably 10 or 12
Baltimore and Raven.
ravens.
I love these birds.
And as you go inside one of the pillars of pedagogy, which was explained to all of you as the place where scholars and everyone who comes to Candlekeep goes to study books and maps and charts and anything that they wish to either have study groups if they're here with people or study in solitude. He leads you to an upper chamber that is about 25 feet wide and circular room, and there is 3 desks in there that look as though they can be moved and have been moved to various locations around the room as needed. And on the middle desk, there is a singular black book that has wire for bindings, like 3 black wires that appear to be holding the book together.
Nice.
I see.
I love me a good 3-ring binder. Yeah, is this ours, Fembris?
Yes, absolutely. So, again, this book talks about different ways to travel via the planes and some curses that are loosely tied to the different planes of existence, as well as it includes well, you have to open the book to find out what else it includes.
I suppose. Are there valuable markets in these other dimensions that our friend Dave could learn about?
Again, you have to open the book to find out.
Well,
Who's going first?
get on at it, Dave.
Rock, paper, scissors.
No, this isn't a game. This is you go first.
All right.
I'll bite.
Congratulations. You've won the opportunity of reading it first.
2 out of 3?
I'm sorry, what's just happened?
Are we going 2 out of 3? Or just 1 and done?
I think we're doing one and done.
Okay.
This is a real game. We're
Okay.
playing a
Best
real
8 out
game
of
right now.
15.
Are we doing
I
shoot?
think I know what you're going to... Yeah, of course.
3.
Okay.
I think I know what you're going to throw.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident I know what you're going to throw.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I'm gonna
Rock,
beat
paper,
you
scissors,
here.
shoot?
I'm gonna beat you.
This is the most hype.
If we told
Rock,
you could go
paper,
first,
scissors,
why do you want to go?
shoot?
Why do you betting on going first?
Go. Callie wins,
I thought the
and
confidence would throw him off.
the turn of who looks at the book and opens it falls to Dave, formerly Donkey Dave.
Well,
The Dave formerly known as.
you know, I'm nothing if
Dave.
not a man of my word.
So,
Okay.
I'll open the book.
I'll
As you
walk up to the book and
as you
Pick it up.
as you pick it up and look at it, it feels fairly thin. It's a very thin book that's being held together in these bindings. It couldn't be more than 40 pages.
32 words tops.
It couldn't be more than 40 pages long. And the cover is actually made of wood and has
Very
like
strange.
little dents, in a very irregular pattern over the front of it.
Well, it seems as though this book isn't that well made. Or, if even that, it's not well kept.
Fembris,
Frembus, have you got anything to say about this?
before Fembris leaves, he turns to answer your question and says, this is known as the Book of the Raven, and we just categorized it as that. There's actually no title to this book. It's named the Book of the Raven because a raven actually brought it to Candlekeep. A raven flew here and dropped this book here in Candlekeep, and the Avowed have looked at it, haven't found anything too spectacular about the story, but it is very, very unique.
Sure.
From what I've heard. So the pecks, I believe, are from ravens pecking at the cover.
Yuck.
Can I help you with anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All
Would
right.
you just keep looking for us
Absolutely.
and on curses?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Fembris. You're doing a great job.
He's doing the best job.
Okay.
I love you guys. And he walks out of the room.
Guy's a
Nice.
real renob, if you know what I mean.
What the heck? What? Huh?
I don't even know what renub means.
I mean, like, get a load of this guy, honestly.
is that a good thing?
No, it's not. He's too perfect. There's something going on there. Listen.
Don't think Fembris is real?
No, I do not believe he is a genuine person.
I don't believe you're a genuine person.
Yes. Thank you for acknowledging that. It takes one to know one. We've both been living a lie, haven't we?
I haven't been living a lie. I just haven't been saying what I am.
Exactly.
I didn't profess to be of anything else.
Okay. Are you going to open the book?
I've never professed to be something I'm not.
So here's what I'm going to do. You see, and then at this moment, I'm just going to, like, take the book away from me and, like, open it facing towards them.
Okay.
What?
When you open the book, there is a sound of, it sounds like rustling. There's like a sound of rustling trees, and the pages wave back and forth, and it sounds like a wind is blowing through it, but there's nothing that happens.
Big old book of hot air is what I think this is.
Just open the book.
It is open.
It is
I'm
open.
You're looking right at it.
The can
it's
can
making
we?
a nice-
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention
I'll
to him because
poke-
I don't believe him to be a genuine person.
I'll
Nice.
poke around, like, the corner and try to look at some of the pages. Do I recognize the language, if there is any?
Yes, it is common.
Oh, good.
Oh,
It's not Raven.
This is common. Here, I know how to speak this.
I really hope you. I really hope you do.
The question is, can you read Common?
Now, reading, that might not be my strong suit.
Do you want someone else to read the book?
I, of course, am just joking. Donkey Dave knows how to read.
Okay,
Because Donkey
okay.
Dave knows how to weave.
Around
Just
the
read
law.
the book. Read the book. Just read it out loud.
The Book of the Raven.
That's
Okay.
He said that's not the.
There's no title.
There's no title. You're
It
just
is-
saying.
I know how to read, okay? I can see
Do you actually
these
know?
pages.
Do you actually know how to read?
I know how to read, yeah.
I need. Okay. I need to know if your character knows how to
Yeah,
read.
you were
I just,
Yeah, you
I
better
just
check.
was expecting our dungeon master to take over at some point because I genuinely do not know what is in this book since it's not an actual physical thing in front of me. that I can
And
look
as
through.
and as he picks up the book to read, he starts reading it sounds like an autobiography
Okay.
of a young woman who had been riding along one day and on her horse. She was alone, and fell and broke her leg very, very severely. Then there came along a group of travelers, very, very happy, ornately dressed travelers, who picked her up and helped her and started tending to her broken leg and her other wounds from this terrible accident. And they put her in the back of a horse-drawn carriage with canvas cover over the top, where she stayed and traveled with them for several months. The name of the group looks like Vistani, is what they call themselves, the Vistani.
Do I recognize that term at all? The name of that at all?
Roll a history check.
Gladly. That is an 18.
An 18. So you've heard of Vistani before.
Okay.
You know that the Vistani are planar travelers that are often encountered in the Shadowfell.
Oh.
And they seem to be immune to the despair of and they seem to be immune to the despair and all other negative effects of that plane, as they travel there quite often. And they're known for traveling in horse-drawn carriages that have barrel-shaped wagons. They are nomads. They don't have a permanent home. They are travelers.
Nice.
Okay.
I share this with the group.
Now that seems like my kind of folk. What kind of
Barrel
goods do they... Are you familiar with what kind of goods they normally
Are they
trade?
just entertainers, or are they salesmen, or what? Like what do they do? What's their main? Or are they like an entire? Are they like gypsies where they do kind of everything?
That's exactly what they are. They're more gypsies. They do sell and trade stuff that they find along their way. They find many cool and mysterious objects as their travels.
Will they point at me and yell thinner? Sorry, that's
they're
that's
actually
a movie reference.
they're
Stephen
actually,
King's Thinner. Thank you.
They're actually very kind to visitors. They often, for example, in this autobiography, the woman describes them as taking her in as one of their own, giving her lodging and food and drink, and tending to her wounds as they travel.
Did they ever return her home?
Do you wish to keep reading the book?
I'm asking Dave, Donkey Dave.
Well,
Dave, did they ever return her home, or does she?
I'm
just
reading
kinda...
this book for the first time, just as you are, so I don't really know the end of the story.
I'm more prompting you to read
what I'm
on.
trying to get
I'm
here.
more prompting you to read on.
Yeah. No.
So the book continues with the story. The woman only mentions two of the Vistani by name. Their names are
Stella Artois and
Drasha, who was a teenage girl who
Drasha.
applied bandages and medicine and gave her medicine for the wounded leg, and Darzin, who was a one-armed boy with a terrible fear of wolves, who sang beautiful songs to help the author take the mind off the pain of her injury.
Okay, nice. I make a mental note of these names and attempt to remember them my best.
Awesome.
Drasha and the boy.
One-armed boy and
One-armed
teenage
boy.
girl.
So as you continue reading, you're almost at the end of the book now. It looks like the author got a lot better and was able to walk around on crutches, was able to get up on crutches towards the end of the story. And as she got out on crutches outside of the covered wagon, because almost all of her time had been in this covered wagon on her journeys, she gets out of the back of the wagon on crutches and looks around, and there is a dense, dark fog surrounding her that makes her cough. And then as she walks around to the front of the cabin, sees a large, looming, dark castle at the front, and a hooded or a cloaked figure standing atop of a very large set of stone stairs. And then she continues writing another couple words about the Vistani, walking her up the steps, and then it stops mid-sentence as she's about to meet this cloaked figure, and the last 2 pages of the book are left blank. There is, however, as you flip to past the last page, like in between the last page and the binding of the book,
The about the author section. Yeah.
there is, that's so good. Yes. But there's no more about the author, unfortunately.
Oh, bummer.
Wow.
I was really hoping that would prompt something.
A piece of loose parchment falls out that is quite different than the yellowing old pages of this book.
Well, this book is dumb. It's not about ravens at all.
I want to grab that parchment.
I'm sorry, did you say raisins?
I said ravens.
Okay.
Yeah, these
Good.
Baltimorean ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you... The Baltimore Raisins?
The Baltimore Ravens.
Oh,
The Baltimore Raisins.
nice.
Which is a bunch of shriveled grapes. That's their team
What are
motto.
you, a bunch of shriveled grapes or something?
Hey.
You wet your bed. You bed butter.
As you pick up the sheet of parchment, it seems like a map. And I should have texted all 3 of you this map, so you can pull out your phones.
You should have, or you already did?
I already did, and it failed to send.
Oh.
We'll give it another. Actually, this isn't gonna work. I'll have to send it to all of you individually.
I'm
Sorry,
I
audience.
see.
My phone is straight bad.
Audience members, please look at your phone and find that
The map
has
that
also
I
been
have
sent
attached.
to you.
If you look at your phone, audience members, I have already texted you.
If you look at your phone, audience members, you'll find an ad for Patreon. Come subscribe. Join our Patreon.
Yeah, there's 24 episodes on Patreon already. So if you haven't subscribed to Patreon, go ahead and give that a look. We spend a lot of good time there. We really appreciate anything, and it's all brand new episodes that if you've never been on Patreon, that you haven't heard before. So it's not like, oh, it's just all the same stuff. We do also post our regular episodes on Patreon. So there's also that. So if you just want to follow us there, it's just another place to listen to podcasts.
Do you want to try to send it through the Discord?
I will now send it through Discord.
Discord.
I got it. I don't know what I can send it to you guys.
There we go, Paul. You do that.
I have not received.
And Paul is, as Paul is sending this
And I'm
map.
teleported somewhere.
As Paul is sending this map, the book continues to make a rustling noise as the pages move back and forth gently by themselves, as if
Which
a wind
way?
was blowing them.
This way. That's funny. The Hand and Horn.
Beautiful.
Woob Bridge. What's with the Woob?
Let me see it. Let me
Follow
see
the trail
map.
to the Hand and
Please.
Horn, past 3 Tree Hill.
Guys, stop
over
hogging the map.
River
I want to look
Warren,
at it as well.
to
Cree
the
Tree
worms- To the worms.
Please.
mark,
I'll send
and
it
the
in
foggy
Discord.
moors.
Okay, I just got it.
Dang.
West. of
Follow the
there,
trail to
treasure
the
is
Hand
yours.
and Horn.
Hold on a second. There's treasure. Evil beware.
This appears to be a treasure map.
Does anyone know where any of these things are?
Probably
Elris.
that nerd Frembus.
Elris,
Yes.
aren't you very familiar with regions, as you were a map? How you got into Candlekeep was by providing a very detailed
Yeah.
map.
Yes. The parts of my backstory that I forgot from last episode. I've been living in a small town as a cartographer and owner of books. I have a massive volume of books because I've been trying to research all that stuff. But I've been a map maker, a cartographer, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you want me to use my cartographer tools, or what kind of thing do you want me to do a check with? I'm sorry. I forgot that I had that ability. It's
Yeah.
been a month.
Honestly, yeah. You can make let's just go history check again.
Okay.
Make some.
That would be the same kind of check as my... No, it wouldn't be the same kind of check as Cartographer's Tools, but it'd be pretty close.
Oh no! Oh.
That's a natty 1.
A natural 1. So this landmark is wholly unfamiliar to you. Actually, every landmark on this map is very, very... You don't even really know if this is on the same plane of existence as you.
I don't think this is in our area. I've been all over the place mapping stuff out, and this doesn't exist.
Nice. So before we move on, I want to share with you a few other details that you have learned from reading the story about the woman. I already shared with you about the Vistani, but I want to share with you a tiny bit more about their culture and life, and then how the woman viewed them.
All right.
The Vistani display their wealth openly as a sign of prosperity, sharing their good fortune with friends and strangers alike. Vistani resolve disagreements through contests that end with reconciliation through singing and dancing and storytelling. Vistani families can be big or small, but are ruled by the oldest living member. The Vistani have the power, and some may say gift,
I have the power. Sorry.
to travel through the mists that lead to forlorn realms within the Shadowfell, known as the Domains of Dread, where creatures born in darkness dwell. This gift was thrust upon them by mysterious entities called the Dark Powers. And the Vistani believe that ravens carry lost souls within them. Hence, killing a raven is considered bad luck. That is what you learn about the Vistani from this story.
Okay.
Cool.
At that moment, Fembris walks back in. He's very good at being able to tell exactly when you're done reading something.
It's auspicious.
Almost too good.
No, he's a great kid. I like
He
him.
walks in, and he's smiling very broadly. How was it? Did you learn a lot?
How was it? Did you learn a lot?
Have you never read this, Fembris, or did you just only bring this forward as a recommended?
As a recommended, I had to consult a few people, a few older members, a few great readers. That's what the higher ups of the Avowed are known as, the great readers, and they recommended this one.
That's a good thing that you told me that, because if someone had asked me if I was a great reader, I would say yes. Outside of this, I would say yes, but now that I'm here and know that that's actually a group of people that I'm not of, I will say no.
Yep, there are.
Because otherwise, I read pretty great.
There
I'm
are
not
several
a great reader.
You did a pretty okay job just before.
Thank you.
Although it was weird how you had to shift your voice the whole time.
Yeah, it was quite weird.
Fembris points to the sheet of paper in your hands that you've been passing around. What is that? Have you destroyed part of the book?
No, this was loose already.
Loose page. That's very uncommon in
Well,
books.
I mean, if you look at it, it doesn't seem like
It's
it
a
was a
map.
page of the book.
Because the map that was tucked
Well, because it's different paper, isn't it, Bruno?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like very clearly different.
Yeah. Fembris looks at this very confused.
It's more like a bonus.
Yeah. This map, I've heard of Which Way before.
That way?
No, Which Way?
Which way?
Which way? What are you talking about?
Which way?
What way?
I'm sorry, whose way?
Whose way? That way. This way.
Yahweh?
Yeah. The way. Anyway. Dude, this is too easy. Sorry. So
Spends an hour doing this.
So Fembris looks puzzled for a moment and then says, I've heard of Which Way before. It's only a few hours from here. Inland.
Ooh.
No,
You
I
could-
swear, I've been all over the place. It can't exist. I don't believe you.
I mean, it kind of.
I may just be a small town cartographer, but I do pride myself. I mean, you saw my maps, did you not?
Yeah.
The ones I submitted?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But this place more used to exist. It used to be kind of like a small little town, or I mean, if you could call it a town. It was mostly a farming village, that had no more than 15 people living in it. And I don't think anyone's there anymore.
They just moved on
Quite interesting.
or disappeared.
Went out of business, moved to bigger cities.
Sure.
You know,
Huh. Okay.
Well, which way is it?
this way.
That way?
Yeah, yes, this way. Which way is it?
So he says that it is almost directly inland from where Candlekeep is, and Candlekeep is on the westernmost coast of this region of the world. So if you walk directly east, you should run into it in no more than a couple hours.
Now, Fambris, one more question for you. I couldn't help but notice the ravens circling this building as we approached.
The
Are they-
Baltimorean Ravens?
Are they common?
Ravens?
Man, I need a thesaurus for this character. Like partitioners? Are they common partitioners of this here?
I can't say that.
establishment?
I can't say that partitioners is
What
the
is
right
a-
word or not.
What is partitioner?
Fembris chuckles.
Now, sometimes I like to use big words that I don't quite understand.
To sound more photosynthesis?
Yeah, of course. Is partition is a proper word to use here?
Fembris chuckles and is like, I have nary heard that around these parts, partner.
Are you mocking me now?
Fembris.
Excuse me.
Fembris smiles again very broadly.
I give him a gold coin.
Okay. He starts saving it away with the other 2 golds you have given him.
Okay.
I
I swear I've given him more money than that.
And he does tell you that this is very unusual. We mostly only have birds of the sea that circle or fly by during the day, but ravens is exceptionally out of the ordinary.
Well, that is quite interesting. When did this book arrive?
Couldn't be more than maybe a few days.
Now, in this book, we have read that of this
There's a lady that's probably
tribe
dead
of
who wrote
people, there is a shared belief that ravens contain lost souls. Lost souls of people who are within their culture. So, would you indulge me for just a moment here? If we could bring this book outside and see which of those lost souls are attracted to it.
But also, real quick, we came here looking for books on going to different places, and this book was a story about a woman, and barely about going somewhere else, or how to get there, or how curses have been lifted or made in any way, shape, or form. Now, I can understand that there is most likely a lady that's in danger, because this book ends rather abruptly.
I would assume she's mostly dead.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to assume she's probably dead.
Really? I would
however-
just like to meet these traveling merchants.
You should send a group to go maybe like tell the government or something that this lady is probably dead, and maybe report that. And then instead bring us to some books based on what we need to actually look at.
That is very, very fair, says Fembris.
You're doing a great job, buddy, but I think maybe a little bit better in the future.
A little bit better in the future.
Yeah, a little bit better in the future.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can always be better.
Perfect.
Fembris says sternly. I'll notify some of the great
Never practice doesn't make perfect.
I'll notify some of
Practice makes improvement.
That's great. He's writing notes about what
At this point.
Oh yeah. Fembris says I can let the great readers know about this woman, but for all we know is brought here by a bird. Could just be a story.
Okay.
So, but we
So what-
we would be allowed to bring it outside, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Feel free to even. I mean, you can hold on to the book as long as you don't leave Candlekeep with it. But feel free to follow where this map goes. I don't know why the map was attached with the book at all.
Sure.
Okay. I'll carry the book then.
Okay.
But again, when we get back, I'd really love a book about curses and about food, crops dying, and plagues, and things like that. Again, just books, kind of what we came here for.
I have the perfect book picked out.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
Oh, you could go get that then.
Yes. Actually, yeah. You could go get that book.
It will take me some time to find.
Well, then
I.e.,
you better
that
go
is,
find
that
it.
is
It will
not
take
what
me
I
some
have
time
prepared
to
for you
find.
tonight.
Coolio. We'll be back. If we're dead, we won't be.
You won't die. All right. Do you take the book outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess.
The birds
Really nice that we found
just
what we're
land on the
looking for.
buildings. None of them swoop down to you.
Ah, okay.
Throw the book at him.
I will not be doing that.
We're talking about there's no punishment
Fembris
for breaking a book.
Fembris looks at you. There is punishment if you break a book. Don't break a book.
How many books have you broken, Fembris?
0. That's why I'm still here.
How many people have you watched break a book?
Not many.
What happened to the last guy who broke a book?
Tortured, then exiled.
Nice.
Amazing.
That's rough.
What
That's
happened-
really rough.
What happened to the last book that broke a person?
Tortured and then
Yeah, what happened to the gnome that tried to lift the dictionary of
That's
every
fair.
language?
That's fair. I'm just kidding. They weren't tortured, but they were exiled.
I don't believe you, since you did
Okay.
very
Okay.
quickly walk that back.
Bring it back now, y'all.
One hop this time? Bump. Does he hop once? Does
Did he tell us to bring the book back?
Yeah. What's up?
Did he tell us to bring the book back, or was he doing some? Was that a bit?
You can keep the book with you as long as you stay in Candlekeep. You
We
cannot
can't take it
leave
outside the
Candlekeep
gates.
without-
Yeah, we can't
Is there
live with
some
this.
sort of security service that will kick in if we do try to leave?
Probably just a spell.
Just
or something.
hypothetically.
So, Fembris,
Listen,
My
we know
gosh.
you want to steal books.
Fembris
No.
quickly recounts the rules and laws, the only laws of Candlekeep,
The only laws.
which is
I see,
no
I see.
fighting inside the walls,
No biting.
no stealing,
Assassination's not really a fight. to be
no
fair.
copying,
Copying.
and no damaging, marking,
Oh yeah,
or
you can't copy
otherwise
books. You can't do the charcoal
moder-
thing, copy runes or anything.
or otherwise modify any of the works in Candlekeep.
You have to pay a dude to make copies of the book for you.
Oh, so they just monopolize the reproduction process.
More or less.
More or less, yeah. It's
We
like
have-
it's like 100 gold to get a book.
We have some of the most important and unique tomes in the whole world.
And also the best
Yeah.
maps ever made. And I give a nice sideways wink.
So, I mean, what good does it?
Yeah.
What good does it do for you to like these important tomes? Could they help people?
Absolutely, they help people. Anyone who wishes to come and study.
Yeah.
Please stop debating stealing books.
But you see what I'm getting at
Please,
here
just real
is
quick,
like, wouldn't
Dave.
it be a lot better for the world if these super important, super helpful tomes were more common knowledge instead of just one organization hoarding all information and putting it behind a massive paywall?
There's some people who know much of what's written in these books, but
There's
they're all
nothing. There's
a
nothing
collection
ever to
here.
stop people from reading these books.
He's too far in. He's too far in. He's too far into the cult. He's never going to be able to see the light. But you guys understand what I'm getting at here, do you not?
Well,
I'm sorry. Are you
I'm just
roping me
saying.
into this?
Well, all I'm saying is, would your town, pardon me, but I couldn't help but overhear some of your struggles. Would your town be in the same predicament that it is currently in if this organization had more openly shared its information with the world?
Currently, I'm not
Doesn't
sure
matter.
it even
Yeah,
has
yeah.
information that
it
fixes
doesn't.
curses.
Yeah, currently it doesn't matter. Right now, we're on a kind of paid vacation. away from our dying town,
Well,
which honestly,
Might be
not
dead.
bad.
quite interesting.
Who knows? We've been here for so long
Quite
that everyone might be
weeks.
gone already.
interesting
3 weeks.
indeed. All right.
Well.
Fembris, you've given
Did you
us
say
direction.
just say D and deed?
Nope, I said quite interesting indeed.
Okay.
If
And
you
then I
wish,
said, well, Fembris, you've
if
given
you
us
wish-
direction to travel and a reason to travel there. So if you would allow us to leave now, I think we shall depart.
absolutely. And as a gesture of
And then when we get back, just really, that books on what we came here for would actually be really nice.
absolutely.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. Yes.
And I mean,
He's not going
if you Fembris frowns a little bit.
They wouldn't share
I
that
can do
information
good
with us.
things.
I
You've
believe
been
in you.
doing great
I believe in you,
things.
buddy. I just don't believe in your bosses at the moment.
My bosses are great. Some of the smartest people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a
alive.
great reader too, but
One day, maybe.
One day, maybe.
And as a gesture for you, Donkey Dave.
By the way, if the next book that you bring us isn't along the topics of what we've been coming here for, I would like to speak to management.
Fair enough.
I do appreciate this.
No,
book, by the
you're
way,
doing
Fembris.
great. I think you're doing great. Remember, always can be better.
Always can be better.
Always can be better.
There's
You don't suck.
Fembris, Donkey Dave. You now notice that there are a few avowed walking around the courtyard, and as you are sharing all of this and talking about these ideas,
And every time
With
you take a step
Fembris.
closer towards the main gate, they hiss at you.
and they all seem to be looking
They're
at
all
Fembris,
1T.
and they're almost like judging him, and like looks of kind of disgust and disapproval are on their faces as they look at Fembris, as you are all sharing your thoughts and criticisms with the
Yeah, I'm
the
not being
keep.
quiet about it, but I'm also not shouting at them.
Yeah, and the other avowed notice, but they stick to themselves. They are not assigned to help you.
Yep.
But
I'm
Fembris
certain
says,
if they were, they'd help us get things done.
Fembris leans in and says, I agree with your concern, Donkey Dave. And as a gesture, I cannot let you take this book away from Candlekeep. But since no one has seen this map in it, I can let you leave with the map.
Really great readers if they can't find the map in the back of the book. This is my brain. By the way, this is
the
in my
map-
brain.
The map could have.
This
Thank
is in my
you,
brain.
Fembris.
It's in your brain.
This is my brain.
Yes, absolutely.
Before I get myself in a heap of trouble.
Yes. In your brain,
Yeah.
you hear the sentence, the map could have been placed there after the book arrived.
Professor Oak, this isn't the place to use that.
This isn't the place for
After we
that.
play Pokemon for the first
All right. And all right,
Professor Oak isn't even in your game. You can't even say.
it is now early afternoon-ish, but definitely getting time is definitely passing. It's probably 1 p.m.
Let's travel.
All right.
Minimum wage. Yeah.
Is that the name of your
That's-
noble steed?
No, that's a song by They Might Be Giants.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
The guys who made the Istanbul, not Constantinople.
I'm not familiar with this group of bards.
Yeah, no, they're really great. Their best song in my book, aside from Istanbul, not Constantinople, is Minimum Wage, which is one guy shouting minimum wage hiya, and they crack a whip, and then they use coconuts to make the galloping sound for 32 seconds, and then it's over.
And that's
Let me here. I have a. Let me sing it for you. Let me just real quick.
It's a song of rest.
it's a song of rest.
Song of rest.
Is that what you are? You can take a short rest.
Yeah, it is quite catchy.
I don't know about that.
That's beautiful.
It's almost over.
That's beautiful. I haven't heard Real Beauty in such a long time.
All right, traveling inland.
All right. Traveling.
Man, my
inland.
vocal cords really hurt after doing that whole thing.
Yeah. Nice. After since did you guys decide to take some horses from Candlekeep or travel on foot?
Travel by horseback. I would never
We took mega horses.
dishonor
come on.
myself in
Great.
such way.
You arrive at which way, which or what you assume is which way, is there is maybe 4 farmhouses, all single level, broken down, collapsing wooden fences that surround each of the homes, and really, really overgrown gardens and crop fields.
Hmm.
And from and as all of your and for all of you to know right now, I'll be referring as north to the direction straight across from me, and east, west, south is directly towards me.
Perfect.
Okay.
On the map?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. Is north... I think there's that arrow in the bottom left corner
Yes.
that
So
dictates north.
yep. So north
Okay.
is that way.
Heck yeah.
This
Heck
way.
yeah.
That way. Which way? Sorry. This is
Which way? That way?
this way.
It's all right. Which way right now?
You are now at which way?
But why
I
is the
see.
way?
Follow the trail to the
I'll do you one better.
Ham.
Why is the way?
and horn. Hold on. The ham and horn. So so we're in which way? We can see a road heading
It's less of a
left
road.
east.
It's less of a road, and it's almost like the farm fields of which way kind of like just have a small footpath leading off in a direction.
Well,
To the east, we can assume.
boys, in
Yeah.
my experience,
To the
it's
west.
always
Or
been,
west, yeah.
In my experience traveling, it's always been easy to travel along a river rather than through the woods.
But
To Grandma's house, did you go?
the moniker on
Much more places.
the moniker on the
But primarily your grandma's house.
map says to follow a different direction though.
Well, that might be the direction it wants us to go, but we do believe that this map was written by that woman who was killed. Was it not?
Possibly.
Well, it seems as though her map may have not worked out for her. In a much more suitable, much easier for us to follow route would be along this river here to east.
West? We're going west?
East.
West.
The
Travel-
river runs directly south. I want everyone in the audience to know that.
A
And
river runs through it?
A river runs to the south, and the path,
That's
the
north.
footpath,
That.
leads.
What if there's some
the
form of
west.
magic though? That we have to do it this way.
You're welcome to walk to the river if you want to. I'm not going to stop you.
I vote to go west. To the horn.
To the hand and horn, as it's noted on your map.
What do you vote for,
I vote to go
Dave.
along the river.
Mr. Snake Man?
Just follow Donkey Dave.
I
You
guess
heard the
we're
man.
following Donkey Dave.
And so
Doesn't mean he's right. It just means that I would rather be reading about how to save our town.
you
May not be my hometown, but I do like it there anyway.
you follow the river south.
I'll be
for-
keeping an eye out for any of the landmarks on this map.
I pull an eye out. No, I don't.
All right.
That's
As
a-
you walk
That's
south,
a lie.
As you walk south for about an hour, you keeping the river on the left-hand side of you as you walk south.
Mm-hmm.
You come straight to a Y in the river. And do you keep following the left-hand part of the river?
Is the river passable?
Here it is no more than 15 feet wide.
Can we tell how deep it is at all?
Perception.
Can I grab a stick and see how deep it is?
You can try.
I'm gonna watch this, hoping he falls.
Great. I'll also.
It's a 14 for perception.
The river is
I got a 13.
only. It is a gentle slope into the river, so only a couple inches as if you were to step in,
Mm-hmm.
and then up to, as you look across the river, maybe several feet towards the middle.
Is the water moving fast at all?
Not this part of the river, no.
Well, boys, if you'd like to try to swim here, it looks as though it might save us up to half an hour on the trip.
They would be all wet. Is it cold?
Oh yeah,
It's cold outside.
it's not like super cold outside, but this is like a fresh stream, like a
What
not
did
like
I
a
take for my
fresh mountain stream.
invocate. Oh, I know what I
Mhm.
took. Hold on. What did I take for my invocations?
Can you make a path
You
on
wouldn't
the
you
water for
wouldn't
us?
freeze to death.
That's what
know.
I took. Okay. That's what I can do just for fun.
I'll do what I need to do. But if I don't need to get cold, I'm not going to get cold.
Are there any fish or turtles? in
Fish?
this? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna at will cast Animal Friendship.
'Kay.
Which has a Wisdom saving throw of 15.
What happens if they fail?
They are charmed by me.
A school of some.
Oh wait, hold on.
Trout.
This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell duration. If you or one of your companions harm the target, the spell dies. Okay, so
Does it have an
this is not going to
intelligence
let
of
me do
4
what I
or
wanted
higher?
to do, which was ride fish.
You befriend a very small trout.
Hey, little buddy. He also doesn't understand me, and I don't understand him. He just knows that I'm not going to hurt him. And I want to... what do I have in the way of scooping him up? I want to scoop the boy. I want to scoop the boy.
He's swimming very happily.
I have like a waxed bag, like a waxed canvas bag.
And you can go ahead and make.
I'm going to scoop up fish.
You can make an animal handling check with advantage.
This is not what I wanted to do at all, but now I have a fish, probably.
Well, we don't always get what we want.
But we can get what we need.
But
That animal handling is a 21.
Only if you try sometimes.
You successfully scoop
Only
up
if
a
you
fish
try
in an
sometimes.
adequate amount of water.
Cool.
I try so hard.
That's not. It's. I was doing.
Get-
I
part of
now
the
have a
same
fish in a bag,
Okay.
and I'm going to tie the bag to my belt.
Lunch.
Also,
That's a
he's
good
not
plan.
scared of me for 24 hours.
Great. All right.
I'm just gonna try to swim.
It's a
across.
surprise tool that will help us later.
You're gonna try to swim across.
Yeah.
I hope I don't forget
You
this
do
fish is
so
here for like a month.
successfully. It is fairly easy to do.
Excellent.
I'll do it. I'll want to try to swim as well.
Okay.
Athletics
Are
or
any of
something?
you- Are any of you wearing heavy armor?
I
I'm
mean, I'm
leather
wearing
armor.
medium armor.
I'm not wearing any. No, I have leather on.
Then
Wearing
I'll,
scale mail.
I'll only have you make an athletics check.
The thing is, I'm going to also try to swim across, keeping my herbalism bag above the water as well.
Okay. Makes Yeah, just make an athletic check.
Do you need some help, my friend?
No, he's got this.
Yeah, I'll throw my herbalism back across the stream.
Okay.
So I don't even have to worry about it.
I catch it.
Athletics? I
Yep.
roll a 13.
You make it across the river. Perfectly fine.
Great. I'm all wet now.
You are wet now.
But my bag is not. I grab my bag.
Excellent. On the other side of the river, you can see a very, very large, I guess you could call it a hill. It's a very, very steep hill and very, very small steep hill. So it probably goes 30 feet up in the air, but is only about 10 feet wide at the top. So it's very, very steep, and it has 3 trees on the very top in a perfect triangle.
That must be the hill.
Must be.
What do they call it?
3 Tree Hill?
I wonder why.
Who would know? Who would know?
Yeah, who
Probably
would?
the person who named it.
Yeah.
I would assume that they...
Well, should we keep going south? Along the river?
Yep.
All right. Let's keep going south.
All right. You keep going south along the river, and you come to the river. You can see as you head south, the river curves to the west, and then also a branch goes out from it going to the east. It's a very wide Y, almost like a T, which is very strange for a river. And across the river, you can see a group of trees.
Well, map here says we're just supposed to follow this curve along until we get to the bridge.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Continue to follow the river on the left. Or with it on our left.
All right. As you approach the bridge, the bridge is very, it's fairly narrow. It looks like just a standard walking bridge, or you could maybe get a horse across it with a small cart. It is, it's flat but has like beams that run into the bank. And as you approach the bridge, Callie, you see that something quickly moves underneath the bridge, as if it were trying to hide.
All right, everybody stop for a second.
It's a Dalgona.
Do I see anything under the bridge right now?
Make a perception check.
I hope everybody noticed after I said that I stopped moving.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Got you covered, buddy.
I think that's pretty close to 21.
Awesome. You noticed that this creature was very large. It is now out of your vision, but you noticed it was very large and almost moving so that it could be... You wouldn't see it right up until you were coming onto the bridge.
So everybody, there's a really big thing hiding under the bridge.
How didn't you say?
I'm gonna get my little fishy in my little baggie,
All right.
and I'm gonna whisper to him, even though he doesn't understand me. I'm gonna not know my spell because I misunderstand my spell because I just don't know.
Can you roll me a d6?
Yeah, I'll roll you a d6. Just give me a second to
Yeah, absolutely.
get situated here. I had my mic set up for being lazy, but now that we're actually doing stuff, I have to do stuff. All right, d6. It's a 1.
You open the bag and the fish is dead.
He's in a bucket of water.
You weren't being careful. It shook the bag. You know in Finding Nemo when they shake the bag and
He's
the fish dies?
Anyway,
No.
throw the dead fish in the water.
Wait, what are you doing with poor lunch?
This isn't lunch. This is a surprise tool to help us later.
Well, it's no longer a
Anything
tool
come out
anyways.
from underneath the bridge?
after that was dropped in the river?
Yeah.
Nope.
Now, I've met me plenty of folks in my travels, and I never have met someone who hasn't been able to be reasoned with. Now, I feel as though if
You're
we
right.
approach
Like a
I
monster
push him
under
into
a
the
bridge.
river.
push me into the river.
You push him into the river.
I push him into the river.
Opposed athletics check.
Unless he, are you trying to stop me?
I will try to stop from being pushed in the river.
Okay. All right. I mean, I see your point. Okay, I got mine.
No. Oh god.
I got mine.
What is
All
yours?
right. What did
17.
you? 17.
16.
Oh.
You shove him, and Donkey Dave, you like stumble for a minute, but you grab his arms and hold on as he attempts to push you into the river.
Now, hold on. What is this going to solve here?
Well, you said you could reason with him. I'm just helping you into the water.
We don't need to make it into the water. We do have that bridge to cross there.
No. I mean, if you want to go talk to the guy underneath it, though, it's best to do it in their element.
I'd say it's best to approach the situation on
Yeah,
sure
approach the
ground.
situation, get closer to it. So here you go.
And
Callie-
we don't need to do that from the river now,
Yeah,
do we?
I mean, it's better. I mean, what's the problem? You're already wet. You already swam.
Drowned
Callie.
off. from
Yeah.
the
All
river.
right. Callie, you now see something move again, and this time you can tell that it is much larger than you thought it was originally. And it appears to be like a thick dark green color, and
Human shaped, fish shaped,
very large
ogre shaped.
human-ish
Bridge shape.
human-ish shaped.
Troll shaped. The troll toll.
The troll toll. It moved again.
Huh?
It moved again.
All right.
Wait, it was the same thing moving under the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we be worried about it, or should we be like,
Well, this guy wants to reason with it.
I'll approach the bridge from land, keep him a safe distance, announce my presence.
How close do you get to the bridge?
I continuously am talking as I approach. I'll get
Trail
I'll say
behind.
within
upon the first sign of trouble, Bruno, I'd like to ready a spell. At the first sign of anything going wrong, anything attacking us, anything happening at all, I would like to cast Armor of Agathis at 2nd level because I only have 2nd level spell slots.
Great.
so I'll approach
At the first sign of anything possibly going wrong.
at about 30 feet. I'll go. Well, hello there. We do see you under that bridge. There's no need to hide from us. We have no ill intention against you, as long as you have no ill intention against us. Keep walking forward. Get to about 20 feet, and then come to a stop. Now, we intend here to cross this bridge and continue on our journey. Is there any claim that you have against that?
You hear a roar, fairly loud roar, as this very large troll emerges.
I want to change my ready action, Bruno. Can I change my ready action
Sure.
before anything happens? Because all you've said is a troll. That's not a sign of trouble.
Okay.
I would like to change my trouble spell to Suggestion,
Okay.
which is 2nd level and innate spell casting. It's a wisdom saving throw. And I'm going to suggest an activity
Okay.
of letting travelers pass.
Are you casting the spell right now?
As at the first sign of trouble, I'm going to try to cast Suggestion with the with the suggestion of, hey, you should let all travelers pass unharmed. And so at the first sign of trouble, Bruno, that's what I want to do instead of the Armor of Agathis this thing.
Well,
Just gonna reroll.
that is under the couch.
What did it have to be?
What is your wisdom? What'd you roll for wisdom?
What does it have to be?
It has to be higher than a 15.
It is not higher than a 15.
Cool. So I'm going to assume I cast a spell because you asked.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, and so I'm going to suggest to this troll, it'd be great if you let all travelers pass unharmed. In fact, you will let all travelers pass unharmed.
after the troll roars and he
I do a Jedi mind trick.
is like raising his claws and like huffing about to charge Donkey Dave. He takes a deep breath and crawls back under the bridge as if to get food. He's very hungry, troll. Just not for you.
Yeah.
Did
All
it,
right, I say
Did it work?
you were right. There's nothing that can't be reasoned with.
Well met.
And I walk across the bridge.
I'll follow up.
All right. So as you walk on the bridge, you are now properly on the walking trail.
Bruno, thank you for letting me change my ready spell.
Of course. I thought about it.
You thought about not letting me?
Yeah.
It wasn't a sign of trouble yet. You just said it was there.
I mean, it was a... They're not a sign of trouble.
I mean, it sounded like it couldn't be reasoned with. He was going to try to talk to it.
Yeah, that was...
Hadn't
gonna
attacked yet.
that was
You hadn't
gonna go
mentioned claws.
poorly.
What?
That was going to go
I
poorly.
know.
Anyway.
Part of me wanted to say everyone except for Donkey Day.
Everyone except for Donkey Day can go past.
As you continue walking south, you walk into some trees. It is now getting into the late...
But Bruno, by the way, this concentration lasts for up to 8 hours unless I end it early. So I'm still going to concentrate on it until I have to do something
Do you have
else.
to see the creature in order to concentrate?
Nope.
Okay.
I just have to have cast it and have the spell in my mind.
Great. All right. As you continue walking south, you go in and out of this fairly large forest. That you can hear the trickling and the rushing of the river as it heads south along with you, kind of following the walking path. And then you reach this another hill that has the top of it almost burnt off or blown off.
Is this the worms crater thing? That's what it's called.
That's what it says on the map.
Yeah, it says worms something.
That's what I was going to look at.
Give me 1 second here to look at my map.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scorch of the red worm. Yeah, it's called the Scorch of the red worm.
Absolutely.
So we passed the Woob Bridge.
Whoop. Yes.
That's what it says, right? The Woob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love the Woob Bridge.
As you approach the Scorch of red worm, this hill with the top of it blown off and almost charred looking.
Let's go west of this.
All right. You hear through the air the sound of
This looks like
bolt.
a bad idea.
a bolt firing out.
Yeah.
And at the top of the hill, kind of crouched down where the bolt came from, you see this figure of a human firing their crossbow down at you, Paul,
Yeah.
and duck back down, completely hidden from view.
Yeah. Okay.
So does a
Okay. Yeah.
15 hits.
Of course it does, Bruno. It absolutely 100% does.
Well, that's rough.
I'm a spelly boy.
Taking 2 damage.
Awesome.
Dang.
Perfect. As I was saying,
you can all roll for initiative.
let's skedaddle skadoodle, turn into a noodle, roll our way west of here.
You can all roll for initiative. If you want to use your turns to run, you can.
That's fine. This map says go west.
What if they have treasure?
I don't care.
This guy tried to kill us. That's illegal.
There was a house full of stuff, and
Well,
we
I
didn't care
want
about that.
at least a little bit of loot from this adventure.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
whole
just-
house to the west of this place. Did you not look at your map?
We do not know if that contains loot. Gods mean that there's something.
Who knows
to
if it's
guard.
guards? It's probably just bandits. Also,
Bandits
go
means
reason with
that
that
there's
troll,
something
will
to
you?
bandit.
It is.
I already did. And
You
he
didn't
allowed us
reason
to
with
pass.
anything.
Well,
The only reason why we're okay is
Scorch
because
of the
I
red
told it to
ash
leave us alone.
worm.
because you reasoned with it after you tried to fight it.
I didn't try to fight it.
I told you. we could have passed without needing to fight that monstrosity. I'm telling you, we should fight these little squirmy boys, though.
I disagree with you. I'll leave you here to die. I don't need to help you. In fact, I don't even think you're here to help us.
Wait,
You're
you don't,
right. I'm
you
here to
don't
help
want to?
myself.
You don't want to fight these guys?
I don't want to. There's no reason to. We don't have to go in there. It just says west of there.
As you survey
To the treasure. The map says treasure. Whether that's some sort of prize or even a curse at this point doesn't really matter.
as you survey the land past this hill, it gets increasingly more hilly, and a thick fog is settling over it, and
Perfect.
you cannot see
It references a fog.
500 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
So what everyone roll for initiative?
14.
Ooh, I also rolled 14.
Nice.
Natural 20.
I'm gonna
Crit,
say
crit.
that Donkey Dave goes first.
Uncle David is gonna go first.
It's opposite day.
So I've seen that. Did I see that one bandito or whatever it is that shot the bolt at my amigo?
Yes, all of you saw that.
Okay. I will cast Shatter. At that figure.
He is ducked back down, so you cannot see him directly.
I'll cast it directly above the wall that he's
Excellent.
hiding behind. It shoots out, affects a 10-foot radius.
All right.
Let's see. And whomever is in that area of effect has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sounds great.
Or die.
Or
Constitution.
die. Secret tunnel.
I critically fail on one. A 20, a 17, and a 10.
Okay. A
So-
creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
Excellent.
Are they thrown too if they failed?
For Shatter? I don't think so.
No,
Shatter.
Shatter is just pain.
Yeah.
It's just thunder damage, nothing else.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, 3d8.
Hit him. Hit him. Hit him.
Also, I like that they call it thunder damage, even though it's just like, oh, my ears hurt.
Your ears are taking a massive thunder damage
15?
right now.
You hear a loud scream. That's what you hear. You hear a loud scream, but it is multiple voices.
Nice.
That's a gank.
Next up,
How
Sorry.
close am I to the wall?
to this hill that you duck behind, maybe 30 feet.
I will use 30 feet of movement to get directly beneath wherever they were firing from then.
Okay, so it's a hill that's sloping up to where
It's
they're
like
like
slopes up?
hiding. Yeah, so it's like sloping up, and then like I said, this hill looks like the top of it was like blown off. So it looks like they are sitting inside the top of like this hill that like its top was blown off.
Its top was blown.
Its top was blown.
Would they be able... I don't know. Okay, yeah, I think I understand.
So there's like
I
a
think I've
crater
gotta
in the
go.
top of the hill, or like a
Okay.
mini volcano shape.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll still try to get close.
You'll get closer. Do you want to run 30 feet all the way up to the edge?
Oh, like it's 30 feet right to where they are?
To the top edge of the hill, yeah.
So I'll be able to look right over and see them?
Yes.
I'll stay back from... I don't know, man. I was thinking this was much different than what was going on.
Yeah. You know what's a better idea? We just move on.
I'm going to run around. Are there like any trees?
As the one who
In the
got
general
shot here,
vicinity?
I would
You're-
like a majority say in the vote.
There are no trees. This is an open, hilly area.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. It's almost like they have the advantage and can duck down and just shoot at us forever.
I'll just try to...
As I gesture to the bolt that's in my arm.
2
separate
damage.
myself
Doesn't matter. It's still stuck in me.
from the group.
'Kay.
Just kind of scoot along over and spread us out.
Where do you move to?
I'll move
Okay.
to the right.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. It is the foe's turn, which, from the look of them, you can probably guess that they're bandits or some type of people just along the road to collect what treasure has been collected from other travelers and adventurers. One of them, the first one, pulls out the crossbow bolt and aims it at the guy who's moving, running
Mhm.
around, and takes a shot.
Before you say if it hits, just say the number.
11.
Okay.
Well,
Don't you tell me if it hits?
no, I have a bit of cutting words ability, which allows me to do opposite of bardic inspiration. So, but like on an enemy, so I can
Is it
reduce
used as a
their roll.
reaction?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I can use it. And subtract the number from.
Can you use
the
it before
creature's
you
roll.
or after you know the result of a roll, though?
You can do so after the roll, but before knowing the result.
Oh, okay.
So if he told you the number, then that's
either
the
way,
result.
it misses his AC.
Okay.
Yeah. So he'd
Right.
have to say, "You've been shot at," and then you could go, "I want to do this." But,
Okay.
But you would. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll just leave it at 11, and
Yeah,
it misses.
It misses. The second one.
Sorry, Eliot.
Oh, no problem.
I just
A second one
That's why I
pops
brought
up
it up. I
and
just
fires a
wanted
You
to
want
bolt
a star crunch?
at you, Callie.
Have you ever had one? Thank you for getting
Getting
these. What
a
do we owe you for
16.
Venmo?
It misses.
It misses, and then
It hits my shield.
nice. A third one takes a shot at Elris,
That's awesome.
getting a 13.
Hits. Barely.
For 6 damage.
You little piece of turd. We should have walked away.
Then it is no longer the bandit's turn. You both rolled 14, so who
Yes.
has the higher dexterity modifier?
I have +2.
Mod or score?
Mod.
I have a +2. I have a 14 in dex.
I also have a 14.
You
Cool.
can decide who goes first.
You can go first.
Great. I will. You said it's 30 feet to the edge of this strange hill.
Yes.
I would like to go up to the edge of the strange hill.
Awesome. As you move your 30 feet up to the strange hill, you
Nice.
see 3 men leaned up against the edge, ducking down, holding crossbow or not crossbow. Is that what I meant to say? Crossbows? Crossbows in their hands. And one of them is laying face down on the ground in front of them with blood dripping out of his ears.
Nice.
Nice. Well,
Dude, you just ganked him.
basically,
Dave's got to do it.
so they're literally just all clumped together.
Yeah, they're they're all within 10 feet of each other.
Nice. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands and hit all 3 of them.
Excellent.
No, I should have.
They all have to make a dex save of 14. They take half damage on a successful save.
Love me good level 1 spell.
They all fail.
They all take 11 damage.
They are completely fried as since they're slouched down, their hair melts away, and then you see the top of their skull,
Yuck.
and they just fall over.
So they Indiana Jones in front of me.
Yes,
Nice.
Yeah, the
as
Raiders
a
of the Lost
burst
Ark.
of
Yeah.
fire.
Do I see any juicy gold in their bodies as I?
And any melty gold, any drippy gold.
Any drippy gold. Each of them has 6 gold pieces on them,
Nice.
so there's 24 in total.
All right, I split it. Have some gold.
Each
Have
of you
8
can
gold.
add 8 gold.
Cool. Thank you. Sorry, I wasn't
That's for
so,
getting shot.
Yeah, thank you. The best.
With that in front of you is some rolling hills that you can maybe see for another couple 100 feet.
Yep.
And then a thick mist is in front of you. It is, however, about 6 p.m.
Is there anything else in the little crater area?
It looks like they set up camp here. There is remnants of where a fire was lit, as well as a few rations and things like that.
Should we take a quick rest or just keep going?
I mean, if we don't walk too fast, we could probably take a nice little short rest while we walk.
It's very true.
As long as we don't run into anything. Probably, take a relaxing stroll.
Otherwise, I could do a little healing if you wanted some healing.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Anyone else get shot here?
No healing.
No, all my attacks missed. It was really fun. Paul is staring at me very lovingly and
tenderly. Well, let's walk into the mist then.
All right.
Better yet, I'll misty step.
Let's misty step into the misty mist.
Just teleport inside of a tree. 'Cause I think it's somewhere that you can see.
You take a bunch of wood damage.
Yeah, an unoccupied space that you can see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can all of you roll me a d6?
Yeah. I like that little wheeze you got going there.
No problem. I rolled a 1.
5.
3.
All right. After traveling for an hour, you may take a short rest if you wish. There are no obstacles other than the rolling hills that you have to are traversing over, going in what you assume is the right direction as it's getting darker and darker and almost very, very close to sunset now.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk just over this hour, in front of you...
Didn't automatically add my stuff.
In front of you...
That's rough.
The fog clears very, very slightly. And...
Heck yeah, I recovered for all of my health.
Nice.
And
silhouetted against the sunset is a fairly large... it looks like a fairly large home, but it does have... it's a stone house, but it does have one pillar on it that would... you kind of reminds you of some type of castle or something.
Nice.
Like that.
So it's got like a turret?
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Cool.
Yep. And around it
And
are
a Clash of Clans
hundreds...
Expo appears.
Just to the south of this home, as you're looking at it at the sunset, to the south of it, appears to be a graveyard that's completely gated in. And between the graveyard and the house, there must be almost 50 ravens perched all around on every headstone, on all the headstones around the gate, on top of the house, and around the turret.
Beautiful. Well, to the treasure?
What would you like to do?
I, Paul, would like to say thank you guys for listening to the first half of our adventure. We're going to be back next week. This has been super fun for us so far, but we'll be back next week. So tune in. If you want more Lake City variety, more of our regular style of content where we talk about nothing the whole time, go ahead to our Patreon. Even though we already plugged it this episode, go ahead to our Patreon. $1 gets you access to 24 episodes all about 45 to 55, or an hour and 10 minutes long, depending on the day of how we're doing, or if we want to go see a movie after or something like that.
That's true.
But go ahead, listen to that. But if you guys would like to hear the exciting conclusion of Candlekeep Mystery Adventure for the show 2, but Candlekeep Mystery number 3, tune in next week. We're super excited about this. But thank you to Bruno, our guest and DM of the show. We really appreciate him coming by and preparing all this for us. So thanks, Bruno. Is there anywhere that they can follow you on, either Instagram, Twitter, anything that you actually want to plug out there, or no?
I have deleted all of those accounts, but yeah, just thank you so much for having me. It's been great.
Just cheer for a soccer team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Superior International FC.
Yeah.
We're taking it home this year.
Heck yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, Bruno. We really appreciate it. All right, guys, we'll be back next week. Lake City Variety is a product of us, with our intro and outro written by Mia. You can give her a follow on Instagram at Mia_art_1391. Thank you for listening to the show. We'll be back next week.
Just three guys who are sitting on a couch and they're recording a podcast.